Hello, we are Team I, consisting of Daniel, Din, Matthew, and myself, Rayon. We are presenting the York U Marketplace. This sprint, we worked on multiple tickets that included messaging functionalities, dashboard implementation, as well as further inspection of our different items. I'll pass it over to Din to talk about what she worked on.
I worked on the search functionality as well as the select by categories and price range. The search bar can use the items title and category as the keywords, and it can be combined with the select the specific categories and specific price range. I also worked on the item details page. So if you click on the specific item, it will take you to a page where it shows all the items information. You can see on the right hand side there's a send message that you can send a message to the seller, and the back to the listings button to go back to the home page. You can also go back to the homepage using the York Marketplace on the right top right corner. That's it for me. So I'll pass it to Matthew to talk about what he was working on.
I worked primarily on the dashboard to view your specific items. So if you click on my dashboard, it will bring up all of that user, whoever's logged in's listings, whatever they posted. This user currently has just the one listing. You can also click on the left-hand side on your listing to bring up that item specific page. If we go back to the dashboard, we can also edit the database. You can click remove item, and then it'll prompt you. You will confirm, and it will remove that listing from the MongoDB database, as well as the item on the Cloudinary uh, web service. That's what I worked on this sprint. I can pass it on to Daniel now.
During the sprint, we also worked on some messaging functionality. So you can now message the owner of a listing. And I'll show that here. Now we can just go to the inbox page and we'll see our messages over here. You could also click on an image of the listing to take you to the actual listing itself. And this page shows you all the listings that you've messaged. I'll pass it on to Rion to continue.
All right, so the questions that we had to answer were, what are some practices that we should continue doing? What are some practices that we might want to use during the next sprint? And if there were any harmful, as well as our best and our worst experience. Together as a team, we kind of collaborated on these answers, and this is what we came up with. So for the first question, what practice should we continue doing the next sprint? We said we should continue regular stand-ups, clear ticket ownership, and collaboratively debugging because they kept the progress going really, really steady, has helped us, and as well as also helped us remove our blockers pretty timely efficient. But with that came one of our harmful practices, which was we should stop leaving bug fixes until the end of the sprint. That is a little bit of a contradiction, but what we mean by that is that fix it right away so that we don't and aren't confused from our stand up to stand up. The next question we had to answer was if we needed to add any new practices to our sprint. The big one that's kind of surrounded for us is adding more communication, just so that we're all clear up on the end goal, which also means creating more meetings, as well as a little bit stricter on what we do and how we talk about things. Lastly, our best in work experience. For this, we chose our best experience, and that was one of the times we debugged an issue that involved our environment variable, which was mismatch between users. The fix to this was actually just adding a global environment variable and having everybody re-pull that specific task. That concludes our sprint. We did some good work and we finished all of our tickets, leaving none on the board. So we look forward to the next one.